farmers turn up in my town and look at cows and pigs. And is it this morning when I realised how much I hate farmers, as I sat in traffic waiting to get to work, and then sat in traffic waiting to get home from work, all because of JCB, essentially.
Yeah, it's all his fault.
So that was that. How are you two?
All right. So other than having probably the single worst of the English accents, how are your English farmers in comparison to how American farmers are portrayed?
I don't know if they're portrayed quite differently, I think. I mean, like, farmers here will have a shotgun.
Yeah.
But I don't think they use it.
Oh. So
Whereas farmers there will have a shotgun and potentially use it on anything or anyone.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then they don't have to be a farmer, I suppose. Okay. Factorio, everybody.
So JCB was there yesterday.
There you
You went. Did you see I think they had some like lumberjacks. I think that was a thing.
What are British lumberjacks like?
I don't know.
Do they wear flannel?
I think they're probably a little bit like the ones from that game, you know, the tap lumberjack game where has anyone seen that? No? Okay, just me.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know, timber cutter or something. Timber wolf. I don't know. Okay, Jordan. So Jordan has joined us. Jordan wasn't here last time. He crash landed. He crash landed in a different part of the factory or planet, and has just made his way over here.
I was raised by the wolves over there.
And Jordan has no idea really how this works. I guess you've
top screen. I've got logistics 2 happening. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what that means.
well, we don't have that happening because we haven't got any science.
Oh, no.
But essentially, the goal is to build. I can hear myself. Who can I hear myself from? Is it you, Jesse?
It's not me, I don't think.
Anyway, essentially, what the job is to build a rocket to send into space. We don't really know why. But to do that, you have to build lots and lots of things to get to the point of being able to build a rocket, including doing science, as we like to put it, which means we need to do some research to eventually be able to make the silo and then the rocket and everything that goes into the rocket. So where you see logistics 2, that is our research. But I guess what I'll do is just give you a quick tour of our factory, if I can run round you, you fat bastard.
That's why they're building a rocket. They're getting rid of me.
I mean,
the heck?
I didn't want to say anything.
Jesse, what are you going to be working on?
I don't know. I figured we'd want to go a little more professional this time. Like actually get stuff done. So I actually got my iPad out and I figured we'd make a list and we can like, you know.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure I downloaded a mod which was a to-do list, but I can't remember or know how to turn it on. So we're stuck with that. And Jesse, the idea of Jesse writing is quite comical.
I don't know about writing.
JCB would like to know how autumn is. I think all of us would like to know how autumn is.
She's doing great.
I just saw her yesterday when I was talking to Jesse.
Well, lucky you. We
Jesse
didn't.
and I sat back and we watched movies together.
Yeah.
Were you around his house?
One with balls cut in it, yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Were they rom-coms?
What else did we watch?
Only the best.
Okay. So
take the calm out.
Jesse, you start working on the list. I'll give Jordan a quick tour, and then
I'm not sure what we need.
Well, have a think about it. Have a think about it. I'll show Jordan the tour of the factory, and then from there we will we'll reconvene, and you can tell us all the things on your amazing list.
I don't know about
Good work. All right. See you later. Bye. Jordan, over here. Let's start here. This is how we have electricity. We have water coming in from these pumps.
These pumps.
Yeah. The offshore pumps. And then they go into these things, which are essentially boilers, which is also picking up coal, heating up the water, turning it into steam. Voila, electricity. That's exactly how it works. We've also got a pump and water coming this way. We'll come back to that in a second. This is where we set up our temporary factory for science.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I did that. So we were using this to make science. So to remove these things, you just hold right click on them, and it will pick up what's there.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let you do it.
Fair enough.
I'll grab the wrong thing.
Anything that's sitting on the floor. So you see where it's putting these cogs.
Like these wires.
No, these little red flasks over here as well. If you press F, you'll pick them up.
And drink them.
I probably wouldn't recommend it. You'll get drunk on science. Okay, so we can remove one of these. Maybe two of these. Okay. And then over...
Things in the ground too.
Don't worry about that. Over here, we have our miners, electric miners. They are digging up coal.
Children live.
They're digging up coal and sending it to us. To put something down, you take it out of your inventory. R is rotate, and you can put it down like that.
How do I take stuff out of my inventory?
Press E.
E.
And then you get your inventory up, and you can put them in the hotbars at the bottom there to save you a bit of time. Following these wires down takes you to a radar, so it will scan the map and expand the area of what we're looking at.
M to open my map. Yes.
Yeah. Over here, you can see that some of these have got red X's beside them. That means that the resource that they were digging up has expired, and we now we can pick them up. So the problem we've got over here, as you can see, we've got iron, but we've also got stone right next to each other. If you were to pick up one of these and place it down, just hover over where we are. Don't actually put it down, but just next to this other one. So if you put down your electrical miner, you can see that there says on the right hand side of the screen, you can see what resource it's going to dig up. It's going to dig up 485 iron and 3,400 stone. Can you see that on the right hand side?
No, I just see 313 rock or stone.
Okay. He's also going to dig up stone. We don't want that. We just want iron. So obviously, if we were to put one here and it was to put stone on this belt, it would start messing with what we're doing the other end in terms of smelting iron. So we want to put it over this end. Essentially, is what we want to do. We want to create a new line of these. So wherever you've got one, you can stick them down.
I'm helping.
Okay, you can also put it the right way round.
I'm helping. Hang on, I'll get rid of it. I'm learning, Scott.
It's fine. This
R is
the word. Also, the other thing is you have
I'm
come.
Helping.
You've turned up to play the hardest of all the Factorios I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not only because we're
Jurassic Park dinosaurs in this one.
Not only because we're doing it, but other reasons as well. So this is just quickly mining out some stone, which we're going to need fairly soon for our railway.
These up?
No, we'll leave them there because this box is full. So all it's doing is picking up and stick it in that box. But we'll need it soon for the railways. Now, what else have we got? So this here, this amazing area was made by me and is all of our smelting. So the raw iron and coal is coming into these things. It's being picked up by these things and smelted into iron plates and put down over here. And down below you've got copper doing the same thing.
Whoa, we're like sorry, we're doing all these cool formations. Anyway.
From here, this goes to this thing, and this is called the bus.
Oh, I'd have called it the hourglass, but okay.
This is the bus. No, this whole thing. So essentially what you want is you want one area where all of your resources are being placed. So you can always easily obtain your resources when you have a recipe to make. So you can see we've got copper and iron. These things are basically just balance loaders. So where it's got it coming in from two belts, it will just split it into an even split.
The hourglass,
yeah. And so these ones are like circuit boards, which go into pretty much everything as far as I'm aware. And then this here we're quite proud of. This is our...
this is beautiful.
So wood normally in Factorio is the most useless resource of all. Bio's whinging about the wires. This area is where we make wood, because wood normally
music there.
wood normally you don't use. However, in this version of Factorio, wood is the most important thing, pretty much, because it's used to make the boards that these circuits run on. And without them, we wouldn't be able to make anything. So what this is doing is creating saplings which are being turned into wood, and then the wood is being turned back into saplings, and in that we're getting some wood escaping this production line up here and put into our machines that then make circuits. So we've kind of got this recycling circle of stuff that should, in theory, continue to make circuits. What's going on down here? I've got no idea. I genuinely have no idea what Jesse's done.
So is this a Jesse?
Yeah.
This is turning the wood. All right, so the wood has to come over here and be made into wood boards, which then are made into basic circuit boards that don't have the circuits. Then those are made into the circuits with the circuits.
Aha, I have you trapped now, sucker. Oh, he got by.
I did. And this is just the copper coils that go into the circuit board. This all comes up.
Emphasis on board. This place sucks. Next.
This is exactly what's happening. Bio's questioning the saplings being turned into wood.
You said saplings turn into wood, which turn into
So
saplings.
we're growing them in these
Dark
greenhouses,
side of the force.
and then we're chopping them back down and somehow getting seeds from them again.
Because you're chopping them down. Because you're turning them into trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much all we've got up here. We've got some areas just doing some steel for us.
Oh, it's like robbing other people's houses?
Yeah, pretty much. What this is doing is turning iron into steel, which we'll need a bigger production line for. But for now, we haven't really needed it because everything ground to a horrendous halt because we needed lead.
Which we found, but the thing is...
How do you turn iron into steel?
I don't. You
Putting
smelt it again.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have
That's how it's
iron
works.
plates.
I don't really know how it works, but that's how it works. So we did find some lead in the end. Not a lot of lead, mind you. Oh, quite a lot. 4.8. 4.8.
4.8 mil.
So our next task is getting that lead over here. Now, what I'd really
We
like
need to get that lead over here. Other things that we need are we have to start working on... where are they?
I heard from Rich not that long ago, JCB.
Awesome. How's he doing?
He's just been chilling, I guess fixing things. I guess, like you guys said something about him.
Yeah, someone said Rich was going to be back.
Yeah, someone said that in my chat, but you gotta take my chat with a grain of salt.
Well, if that's the case, though, then that means you must have gotten those things sorted out.
So we need to work our chemical furnaces to make coal. Not
Carbon.
coal, carbon.
So
We need carbon.
is that all you've got on your list?
I couldn't get anything to work on there, so I decided to come on the tour with you guys.
Unbelievable. Okay. So
I'm
if you were to press E, Jordan, you can see all the things that you can make in these options on the right hand side.
Back up. E. I can make.
You probably can't make anything because you haven't got any resources because you haven't picked anything up. But
A building from Age of Empires, sex toys, a bunch of balloons, what looks like sugar, a mousetrap, a condom, and something, science, guns, and a giant effing gemstone from like Sonic the Hedgehog.
that's pretty much it. With this, we should be done in no time.
I think I know how to play now.
Okay. So we're going to leave you to that. I don't really know. What are you going to be working on, Jesse?
I have no idea. I don't know what we need to be doing.
Well, first off, we need some green science, so I'm going to set that running. So you've got two options, Jordan. You can either make everything in factories, or you can, if you've got the resources, you can click on them and create them in your own sort of toolbar down in the bottom left-hand corner. So depending on what you're making, if you only need one or two of something, you'd probably do it by hand. If you need more than that, you'd do it in a factory.
I'm making a pickaxe.
So you're talking about setting up green science like production.
Well, green science we can't because for green science we need lead.
We need carbon.
Yeah, which means we need inserters, and inserters require carbon. Or hold on. Yeah, they need. No, inserters are fine. So inserters are circuit boards.
Carbon is needed in order to make
Steel.
The green science. In order to make the the inserters, right? It takes 3 things to make an inserter. In a standard factory, you can only make things that use 2 ingredients or less. So, in order to make the inserters in a factory, we need to upgrade the factory to the level 2 factory. In order to do that, we need electric boards, which has we need all of this stuff.
I'm helping.
You're helping. You see what I mean, Scott? You know what I mean?
No, I do. We need to finish logistics 2 to be able to make them, but we also need lead to be able to make the circuit boards that go into making them.
Well, it looks like
yes, and we need carbon as well. There. So I would almost say, all right, why don't I work on chemical furnaces and turning coal and water into carbon for now.
Okay, Jesus, calm down.
Sounds like a plan.
Whip up a little factory, a small one. All right, how do I make? I need stone.
Okay. So Jordan, I don't really know what you can work on for the time being. I don't really know. We kind of hit this point where we can't go much further forward until we get past this.
We're almost there. Not to brag, but I already have over 300 rocks.
That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, logistics 2 is about done. See, you're welcome. Press T.
Press T, motherfucker.
Yeah, now it says press T to start a new research.
Yeah.
Does that all of us have that, or do we?
Yeah.
We all have it. Yeah.
So I shouldn't pick one.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I think now
you can pick one as long as it has green and red only.
Well, probably now we want to go on to trains, I would guess.
That's true. That's a good point. That was a big part of it, because then we can actually get the lead over here.
So actually, maybe that's what we can do, Jordan. We can plan out where our railway station's going to come in, how big it needs to be, and how we go about unloading. You lot are disgusting.
Yes.
So let's go get some belts.
Scott can.
Just call me Scat.
No, Scott. I'm saying it in your normal home
Just
language.
call me Scat.
Can you guys toss some extra miners over at the coal? We're getting the most we can. Well, I mean,
So Jordan, if you can pick up the ingredients that it would take to make some electric miners, they're on the third option. So if you press E, go to the little funny building.
The production.
Yeah. And then they're the third row down, second one in. Electric mining drills. We need some more of those.
Okay. So I need, a picture of logs, a picture of 20 condoms, and a picture of 4.5 condoms in a different wrapper.
Perfect.
It's like linoleum. What is it? Is there a way I can actually see what that is? Or because if I try and hover over it, it disappears.
Logs, carbon, and iron. But if you look on the bus, you'll see anything that looks like those things.
I think it's copper, isn't it?
Yeah. So iron, copper, and logs or wood.
Well, luckily I already have 6 iron and 1 copper. So
Yeah, you're probably going to need a little bit more than that.
almost there, my friend. Where do I find more of these things? Do I get to pick it with my pickaxe?
They're on the belts. They're on the bus, remember?
Fine.
I mean, if you want to pick things with your pickaxe,
Yes.
you're more than welcome to. It
I know
might
where the
take
copper is. I'm gonna go mine some.
you a little bit of time.
Isn't that good? Don't you want to keep me distracted for as long as humanly possible?
If that makes you happy, buddy.
I
Okay.
think it keeps me safe for this area.
You can't really do that much wrong, to be fair.
I started a fire.
Okay.
So how many electrical miners are we gonna need?
Quite a few.
Oh, okay.
I would make as many as you can make, really.
Sounds like a plan.
Or you could set up a factory to do it, because we always need them. In fact, we probably need them more in this playthrough than any other.
Factory for what?
For the electric miners. Because we're going every resource we're going to have to put one on. And I get what you're saying, biocarbon should come from coal, and it does come from coal. I think I was just being a bit of a moron. So carbon is water and coal, yeah?
Yeah, I'm working on that now.
Okay. Okay. And we need to keep making the green signs by hand. So if you ever have any time when you're not making anything, by doing some of those would be great. Okay.
Alright, there's that. So we don't need electric mining drills too, just electric mining drill 1?
I didn't realise there was 2 different ones. No, we can't make those yet because we need blue circuits, so...
Yeah.
Do we? Oh.
Yeah, if you hover over electric mining drill 2, you can see the basic electronic board.
Okay.
We can't make... They're the things we're getting to hopefully make fairly soon.
Oh.
Okay. I'll tell you what we probably need is some improvements to our electricity network as well.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
You know what, people can say what they want. I like your assembly line.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. Scott, where do I get wood?
Down here with the saplings, remember?
Yeah, but I thought there was a thing over here for him as well.
Yeah, so this line here, this little line here is where they sit. So if you hold F on it, you'll pick them up. Just hold F and you'll pick loads up. In this, there's no real such thing as having too few resources in your belt.
I just want the raw wood.
Yeah, but otherwise you just have to keep running from one to the other. So
just take the saplings?
No, just take the wood, but just it's always worthwhile just grabbing a handful as you run past of stuff, because you'll probably need to make something at some point with it. Come on, the railway. What's happening, Jesse? What's going on over here? Oh, look who it is.
I feel like I'm not quite understanding how I'm supposed to get the wood out of here.
So you see where the logs are on that belt?
I thought. Well, so it's not the assembly machine then?
No, just so over here. So you see this inside line of these, this one that I'm standing on? Yeah. These are logs. Yeah. So if you just press F and hold F, you'll pick them up.
I didn't realize I was getting them that whole time. Okay. I thought it'd be like the other things where it just like pops up and is like, you've got blah blah blah.
No. So I say it's always worthwhile just grabbing a handful as you run past, because you'll probably use stuff in various things as you go. So.
All right. So now I should make steam engines, right? No, electric mining drills.
Electric mining drills, yeah. I suppose I could have been making engines if we've got them. No, we haven't got them yet.
Yeah, that's railway.
I dread to think what that's going to take. I've got some lead.
Get the lead out.
Shout out to freaking Iron Maiden.
Can't do that.
Did I do that, Jesse?
Fire in the hole!
I changed the band on you, but I still made him a metal.
Hot.
Yeah.
Thanks, JCB. I panicked that there was a riptire coming towards me. Which is weird, because I'm normally the one with the riptire. I've noticed as a junk rat, I have a strange
No
sense.
way, it's finished.
I have a strange sense of knowing where to run when there's a riptire coming.
Me too. Away from the healer.
Oh, what did you just start researching? Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna focus on the train stuff because we need stops to be able to get resources to and from. So, for now, I tell you what we do need actually. How are you getting on with the mining drills?
It's mass producing right now in my inventory.
Okay. How many you make? So if you right click, you'll make 5 at a time. If you left click, you make 1. That's the other.
I'm making 40.
Okay, sounds good.
And I still have enough inventory for...
Yeah, that's probably enough. That's probably enough to... Because actually we're going to have to put some over at the lead. And we're going to... Oh, it's going to be some Benny Hill music. If JCB has got the points for it. He hasn't been here forever. Just been...
wait till he's streaming like Overwatch, then you gotta use all the sounds on him.
Yeah, that worries me, that does, I have to say. Especially if, I'm like running around a corner and then I hear McCree out and I just stop dead in my tracks.
Or just do it whenever he's playing like a horror game that Scott's
to
do.
So have you got any? Any?
I think the first set, yeah, I just got 11.
So you can place them down in here. So what you would also need is some power lines. These ones have got them, but if you put them next...
Which way does the arrow need to point?
Down to the belt, towards the belt. That's where the item comes out of.
Okay, and have it point on, so...
Onto the belt. So you want to put one here, facing down here.
Okay.
But before you continue to put them all down, just make sure that where you put any over here, you're only getting iron and not stone. Does that make sense? Because over here so somewhere, there'll be a mixture of stone and iron.
Yeah, I see where it is.
So we need to make sure that the only thing going on this belt is iron at all times. And when you've done that, you'll possibly need some power lines. Which you can...
This one will be on the diagonal corner. Will it actually reach it or
no? But you can extend the belt out.
Oh, okay.
So if you, in fact, I'll put a low down. If you just right click and pick them up, you'll be able to place them down where you want them.
Okay.
And then over here is the coal. We need to do the same thing over here as well, just to make sure we're getting all this coal. And we need to then think about getting more coal in, wherever the hell that is. Did we find coal? Yeah, down here. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to get some trains up and running fairly quickly. Yeah, so I guess doing that for the copper, the coal, and the iron would be really good.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. How you getting on, Jesse? Are we making carbon?
Oh, I've been mute this whole time. I've been trying to tell you where I'm at. I've ran into a bit of a problem. We have carbon. Carbon we have. The next step in the process, in order to make the
not there.
blue circuit, we need basic electronic components. Which what that needs in it is, where'd it go? Tinned copper wire, which needs tin plate. So we need to get the tin from up there, bring it in, smelt it.
So getting the trains up and running. Sorry, Super Dota player, I was reading your message, but I didn't want to interrupt Jesse. Instead of placing them down and making them destroy them, press Z after stacking them, selecting from your inventory. It's faster that way. Let's...
He's teaching me. It's probably better to keep me just occupied.
Oh, I see. You can just place them down on the floor. That's pretty cool. I never knew that.
What?
So if you hold something in your hand...
Oh, right.
And then press Z, you'll just throw things on the floor. I really didn't realise that. Super.
The opposite of F.
The opposite of F, yes.
Yeah, that's how the alphabet works. Not to brag or anything, Scott, but I got them all working, and they all got their resources going.
Super. So you just need to get on with coal, and
How many of these did you want, by the way, up here?
just as much as there is resource, really.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
as
So
much
a
as
lot
you
more.
can
But coal is probably the most important one.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
So where's the coal at? Let me see the map.
Over to the left a
Is that
little
up
bit. It's just over to the
yeah.
left a little bit. There's only a little bit of coal there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Super Dota Player. They're teaching me how to play right now as is. So, and of course they're doing it in a modded pack. So.
Yeah, we're all fair. We're not noobs necessarily, but certainly when it comes to Bob's mods, it's a bit of a mess. We probably need some more turrets as well.
That'd probably be helpful. Maybe like higher level ones if we have access to such a thing.
Okay, we're getting there with the railway. That's good news. You bringing carbon over to the bus?
Yes.
This is the thing. I have no idea what we need to put on the bus and what we don't.
Oh, I have none either.
We could end up with so much stuff.
I mean,
on this bus that doesn't need to be there. Thanks, Pio.
Alright.
I'm just literally, I'm telling Jordan what to do. I'm waiting for Jesse to do stuff, and I've just been running around. I don't really know what to do right now. I'm waiting for railways, essentially, is all I'm doing. I suppose if I start... Are we making yellow inserters anywhere?
No.
So I should, if I do that...
We can't make yellow inserters anywhere.
Oh, because they require 3 things. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Rubbish. I'm glad I made all these cogs, though.
You totally triggered that, kid.
That was quite funny. I'm like, how am I supposed to know how many cogs I'm meant to have? That's the thing. If you know Factorio and then you watch us play, it must be so infuriating when you know the ratios, you know the perfect way of doing stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Made me think of whenever Kirk and I first saw Stardew Valley for the first time. Kirk was streaming it and somebody joined the stream and was, telling us everything you need to do for like the first day, the second day, and how you have to have the best possible playthrough. So then Kirk just started he just slept through an entire day just to skip it. And then the guy started freaking out. I was like, it's still raining out here. Maybe I should just sleep again so I don't have to worry about it.